Bow Hunt or Die is being brought to you by Matthews, Lost Camo, New Archery Products, Tinks, Lone Wolf Portable Tree Stands, Stealth Cam, Carbon Express, Hunter Safety System, Heartland Wildlife Institute, Pine Ridge Archery, and the Can Cooker.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Bow Hunt or Die. I'm Todd Graff. Alongside me as always is Justin Czar. You know, most of the country is experiencing one of the worst droughts we've had in decades, and we're only 2 months away from the hunting season. Justin, what kind of things we got going on in this week's episode?
Well, Todd, the first thing we're going to start off with in this episode is some aerial bow fishing action down in Peoria, Illinois. You know, Richie and our cameraman Brandon went down for a day and, shot a couple fish out of the air, so we're going to check that out. We're also going to finish up our turkey season footage with John Herman and Jeff Kaye. They had some exciting turkey hunts up in Wisconsin. And then we're going to wrap it up with just a couple trail camera tips for everybody. It's middle of the summer. Guys are running trail cameras right now.
Yeah, definitely. It's time to get those out. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump in the boat with Richie and see how he does.
Well, guys, we're back down here in Peoria, Illinois, on the Illinois River. We're going out again with Point Blank Bowfishing to go after the Asian carp. Hopefully we're in for a good day today. The weather looks like it's going to cooperate. It's been about 100, 105 down here for a week. Today they're calling for high 80s, so we're hoping it's pretty good. I talked to him a few days ago, and he said, if you guys are going to come down and shoot, you better get down here now. It's on fire. They're just unbelievable. Big fish and lots of them, so should be a good day. We're excited to get on the water. A little bit of technical difficulties with the motor, but now it's running, so we're good to go. Yes, good job. Right through the tail. Yeah, boy! Second fish of the day for me. Not a bad one. Zach, how big is this?
Oh, he's probably 8 or 10 pounds, man.
And they get 4 times the size?
At least.
If you look inside their mouth there. This is a scavenger fish?
They feed on plankton.
Plankton.
Yep.
It's an invasive fish. It's literally taking over our river systems. How fast do these things populate?
Oh, exponentially, man. It's like overnight.
Really?
It's unbelievable how fast they reproduce.
How fast are they growing in size?
They can eat like half their body weight in food a day.
A day.
Yeah, so, I mean, if they spawn this year, 6 months, they'll be 4 pounds.
That's crazy. Yeah, good job. Good job. How many is that now?
It's 2.
That's 2 for Landon, but that's the biggest of the day, I think. Side. Yeah.
Oh, you got it!
Oh! Oh!
It's on!
Oh!
Oh! Don't him!
Good job! It's a lot harder than it looks. Anybody who thinks this is easy is crazy. This is a challenge. Well, guys, that's going to sum it up for our 2012 Asian carp shoot down here in Peoria, Illinois, with Point Blank Bowfishing. Zach puts on a heck of a show. He knows where the fish are at. We had a great day today. I'd say it was 10 times better than it was last year. We had a lot of high-flying fish. As you can see, we had a lot of impacts in the boat. We're covered in fish slime. We love it. It's a great time. I know the guys loved it. This is our second time out here on the water, and we'll definitely be back. So we're looking forward to next year already, buddy.
I can't wait, man.
Once again, it looks like Richie and the guys had a blast with everybody at Point Blank Bowfishing. That's one of the trips that Todd and I talk about taking every year, but, it never fails. Something seems to come up and we can't make it down there. But, one of these years, I know we're going to get down to Peoria and see what the excitement is all about.
Justin's right. Area bow fishing is definitely on my top hit list of things to do. I got to tell you, though, getting hit in the head by a flying carp doesn't exactly sound like fun, but I guess that's what they make helmets for.
Next up, we're going to head up to Wisconsin. We're going to check in with our buddy Johnny Herman as he puts down his second turkey of the year.
Hey, it's Thursday, May 10th. I just had something crazy happen to me. Actually, I skipped my morning hunt today because the turkey's been kicking my butt. And it seems like every time I walk in here to adjust something in the afternoon, there's birds around here. So I pop in the blind. I literally just stepped in the blind. I don't have anything ready. My camera's in my backpack. Tripod's not the right height. The bow's not ready. Nothing's ready. And I look up and there's two toms about 50 yards from me up on this little knob, and they must have heard me walking, and they're looking like what's going on. And so they come a little bit closer. I actually get my camera out, get it set up, get my tripod at halfway the right level. Got my bow in my hand, got my release on, got everything ready, and there they hang up. They hang up at 40 yards on this little knob out there, and they bedded down. I mean, they literally bedded down two toms. I had them at both I had one at 40 yards and one at about 43 yards on that log. They just bedded down. They just took turns standing up, bedding down, looking around. They were there for like 45 minutes. Crazy. And I'm like, they came from away from me, so when they get up, they gotta come my way, right? No, they just get up, don't even loiter around, walk off. Hey, it's May 11th. We're just breaking light. I'm hunting Wisconsin. It's our 5th season. It's a Friday morning. Shot a tom in here. 3rd season. I made a little move with my blind yesterday, so I'm hoping that I get some action within shooting range this morning. So it's a beautiful morning. The birds are active. They're gobbling all around me. So stay tuned. Hopefully I can put bird number 2 down this morning. Yeah, baby. I just shot my second tom of the year. It's Wisconsin's 5th season. It's a Friday. I shot a bird in here 3rd season. And then bird's been kicking my butt the last probably 10 days. So yesterday I came in here, had some toms up on the ridge behind me, about 40 yards away. They ended up bedding down on me and then walking away. But so I made a move with my blind, a subtle move, but a good move. Moved it about 20 yards closer to that little knob. Actually had a big tom right at first light up on that knob, and I actually slid an arrow through some of his feathers on the back side of him. Unfortunately didn't get that one. I got some great footage of him, but I think they saw me move the camera and got a little spooked, so I didn't get as good a footage of these guys. They were kind of scurrying away, and I got a crack at this big guy when he crossed the lane down there about 25 yards away. And the old Carbon Express with the 100 grain NAP Thunderhead on it just put some serious hurt to this guy. So I went and chased him down, make sure he didn't get away on me. But awesome morning. Lots of toms, lots of gobbling. Can't be happier. Matthews Helium did its job again. So I got one more tag left, week 6, next Wednesday it starts. So I'm going to get my butt back into my work truck and get some work done, and I'll be back in the blind again on Wednesday. Hopefully I can put down a 3rd tom. So stay tuned. Bow hunt or die, Wisconsin turkey style.
You know, between Johnny and Dean, I don't think there's going to be any more turkeys left in the state of Wisconsin. I just hope that luck continues for them this fall when they start chasing whitetails.
You know, the thing that impresses me the most about Dean and Johnny's seasons were not only that they both killed multiple turkeys with their bow, but they managed to film it themselves. Anybody who thinks that isn't difficult is sadly mistaken. Congratulations, guys, on an awesome turkey season.
Now we're going to head down south to Indiana, where Dan Richardson puts out some rack taker minerals.
All right, gonna put some minerals out today. My oldest son volunteered to help me. He's a little camera shy, but he's going anyway. But we're gonna get some out, good day to do it. It finally rained a little bit. The ground's been very dry. Gonna be kind of hard to dig, but maybe it's a little softer now. So let's get it loaded up and go. Okay, I think we got it done. We picked a spot right here. There's across the road where we drove in, there's some fields, and the deer coming from the fields, when they go through here, it's actually kind of a pinch point, kind of wide, but they still go through here. It's a nice little low shady spot, and they tend to favor it. And there's always been a real nice run down through here, so that's why we chose this spot, put the minerals in. Gonna give it some time, let Mother Nature do its thing, and maybe a little later on, get a game cam on it and see what we got.
You know, I think the most important thing we can take away from Dan's video is that when you are establishing a mineral site, it is important to put those minerals out in an area that's going to experience a lot of deer traffic. You know, a lot of guys put minerals just, randomly out in the woods with no rhyme or reason, and then they wonder why the deer aren't finding them. You know, if you put the minerals out where the deer are already at, you're going to have much better luck, and you're going to get a lot more trail camera photos.
Thanks to those Heartland Wildlife Institute minerals, Dan has already started getting some great stealth camera shots of some nice bucks to add to his hit list for this fall.
All right, we're going to wrap up this episode with another exciting turkey hunt from pro staff member Jeff Kaye, who's also going to show us a couple tips about putting out trail cameras.
Alright guys, it's 5th season here in Wisconsin. It's actually Mother's Day morning. Got my friend Craig behind the camera, brought my buddy Jim out here with us. We got the Matthews knocked and loaded. We got 4 toms, probably about 500 yards away. Looks like they're by themselves. Gobbling has been pretty good this morning so far, nothing really close, but I don't see any hens. I got my starter decoy out. I really think that if they just give us a chance and look over here, they're gonna come right in. So with any luck, we'll be able to put 1 at least down, maybe 2. Let's get it done. We got those 2 toms that were out there now. They're literally and a good walk right towards us. Right now they're still 400 yards away, but they're coming in. We may actually get a chance here, guys. Switch calls a little bit, try something, but this Tom decoy got him to come in from about 600 yards, but they hung up at about 85. It's crazy how you get so damn excited that you're gonna take a shot at 85 yards. That's not realistic, it's not safe, so it is what it is. We'll just hang out, let them do their thing, and maybe we'll get lucky. Well, that about wraps it up for this morning. We came very, very close. These things came from probably 800 yards up to about 80, 85-ish. And they just hung up. I don't know if they saw us moving or they just freaked out from the decoy, but now they're back over there with the hens. Probably give it a day or two rest and try to come back out here Tuesday morning. So we'll see you then. Later.
Alright, finally, June 26th here in Wisconsin. I'm just now going to be putting out my stealth cams. You know, life gets busy, but it's a perfect time of year. These bucks are finally starting to show what they're going to be. This is where I parked my truck last year, and this is the end of a ridge that comes down through a CRP field, goes down to a cornfield, and I think I really messed myself up last year by parking here all the time because these deer use this a lot more than I originally had thought. So we're going to put out a camera, going to hang a lone wolf set right here on the edge of this woods here, and right here in front of me I got about a 1 acre area that I'm going to put in Heartland Wildlife Institute secret weapon with the beans and stuff in there. I just know it's going to be a killer spot. So stealth cams, lone wolves, let's go. Alright guys, we finally got this set up here, piece of cake. I'm sweating a little bit. It's only like 65 degrees, we caught a break with the weather, but what this is here is, like I said before, this ridge comes down to a finger. It gets real high up behind us and these deer can't get up and down there. It's all that rock bluff. So they really walk the side of this ridge here, go down through the CRP field, down to the corn. I got a trail here at about 8 yards, another one at about 24. I'm going to come back and do some trimming later in the year once I let everything really get up here so I can decide what I got to do. But there's one trail behind me that I'm a little worried about. I'm going to try to do this on a southeast wind, but I really think you're going to favor, you know, this little shelf right here. So with a little luck, I think we're going to put down the good one right here. Mark my words. Alright, we got our lone wolf all set up. We're going to put a trail camera right here for two pretty good trails just fork off. So we got the new Stealth Shadow here. I got to test them out over on the other farm during turkey season. They work great. Come back in a month or two and check them out.
When it comes to shooting turkeys, Jeff certainly didn't have a great spring. Not only was the hunting tough, when it came to the moment of truth, Jeff just couldn't keep his composure together.
You know, we're all going to miss sooner or later, and I'm sure Jeff is glad that that was only a turkey and not a monster buck. Now, one thing I think that's important that everybody can take away from Jeff's video is the fact that he relocated his tree stand and his trail cameras based on movement that he saw last fall. I think that's one mistake that a lot of hunters make, is getting complacent in our tree stand locations from year to year. You know, if you guys are out there and you're seeing deer using a certain trail that may be 20, 30, 40 yards out of range, or they're coming into a field, you know, a couple hundred yards down, you got to relocate. You can't kill them if you're not right on top of them. So I think what Jeff did is really going to pay off this fall, but we'll certainly find out when September comes. Hey, once again, we want to take the time to thank the people who sent in their trophy photos for this week's show. Brandon Empe, Eddie Etling, Mike Hughes, and Kevin Pettigrew. Hey, congratulations, guys. Those are some great trophies. Remember, if you want to see yourself right here in an episode of Bowhunt or Die, click on the Submit Your Trophy link in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, and we may feature one of your photos. Well, that's all the action we have for this episode of Bowhunt or Die. Now, make sure you check back in a couple weeks, because our guys are running trail cameras right now, and everybody's, just starting to, get pictures and assemble their hit list for this fall. I know we got a couple of great bucks on cameras already, so you guys are not going to want to miss that.
Finally, I've got a photo that I'm willing to share with this year. It's a nice buck, but more importantly, in the meantime, you need to check out our current feature buck called Sweetness. It's a buck that I've been chasing for several years. We've got a complete story that we just put together. Log on to bowhunting.com. It's the feature story in the upper left-hand corner. If you love big bucks, you got to watch this story.
Yep, well, that's it for this episode. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks right here on Bowhunt or Die.
In the meantime, don't forget to check out facebook.com/bowhunting for daily updates, news, photos, and other exciting information. We also want to hear your opinions and your stories, so join us now and like us on Facebook.
That's what happens when you punch one of these fish. That's how hard their heads are.
That's no glory.